Governor Patrick Morrisey is pushing lawmakers to swiftly approve a state budget that funds school choice initiatives, maintains health care and public safety services, delivers tax relief, and bolsters West Virginia's long-term economic competitiveness. The budget proposal fully funds the Hope Scholarship Program, which Morrisey said would ensure thousands of West Virginians can access educational opportunities tailored to their children's needs. The governor's plan includes a fully funded 5% income tax cut while maintaining core services. The spending plan comes after what Morrisey characterized as a year of fiscal discipline, which included streamlining state government operations and eliminating inefficiencies. Still